Hello,
Hello, welcome to the podcast.
Endevre Podcast.
Yes,
Endevre
it's called
Talks.
Endevre Talks.
Endevre Talks.
That's right.
The first installment of Endevre Talks.
First ever installment of Endevre Talks. And we will start off with just talk about the day. Today was the first day of class.
Today was the first day of class. How was it?
How was it? It was fine. I had a great class.
Great class.
We had I had two in the morning and then one in the afternoon. It was a bit tiring walking to some of the places, but that was expected. Lunch was fine and dinner was great because apparently we don't got the good dining hall, so you gotta
That's
you gotta
true.
walk to another dining hall.
Yeah.
But that's all right.
Well,
How
I
was
got
your
uh,
day?
I got I got one in the morning and two in the afternoon. I was a bit concerned on distance on the afternoon classes, but turned out to be not too bad. Yeah. Worried about distance on Thursday. I have an even further class.
You have a full schedule.
Yes, I have a full schedule on Thursday.
You have a full
That's very
schedule on
true.
Thursday. How are you prepared?
Well, we'll see. We'll
Because
see.
my fullest day is Wednesday, and
Yeah, and it's not
it's
full at all.
w-
Your
it,
fullest day is
it,
my least fullest day. It's
I,
my, it's
I I think
my,
that's a misleading
yeah.
statement, but my fullest day is pretty full.
Well,
All right, let's move on to some of the news.
the news.
Yeah.
Yes. What news do you have in store for us, sir?
All right. First one was this was a pretty fun one. It's kind of related to
Mhm.
both of us. It's Southwest Airlines. It's about Southwest Airlines,
I
which we
see.
know it's the best airlines, not sponsored yet.
Not spawn. Hashtag not spawn.
Hashtag not sponsored. But so apparently this flight got delayed, and I heard your flight got delayed.
My flight did get delayed.
I know, for like what, 2 hours, 3 hours,
1.5 hours.
1.5
Not,
hours.
not.
All right,
I mean,
so
it's pretty bad, but
this Southwest Airlines
Mhm.
flight got delayed for 3 hours,
wow.
which is pretty bad. But there's a twist. So instead of people sitting around being mad, apparently like half an hour and an hour in, an hour in, people got a little bit frustrated, and then the people at the gate, they started playing some games. So they ended up playing this worst driver's license picture game.
So they weren't on the plane.
They were not on the plane.
That's not too bad.
No, it was still bad. Like seeing delay after delay.
Well, my
Like they're not on the
my
plane.
delay
Sure.
was
Yeah, your delay. You were stuck on a
we were
plane.
on the plane. We were taxied out, and we just sat there. When then
You're-
I had to watch like 6, 7 planes just
including
taxi.
a Southwest Airlines
Yeah, taxi
plane.
right by me and take off, which was very upsetting because you couldn't do much. It was a cramped seat.
Yeah. All right. But anyways, let's move on with the story. So they had like
Worst
1
driving
hour.
simulator or worst license?
Yeah,
whatever that was?
worst driver's license, which you had a pretty bad one. Looked like a mugshot. But yeah, they played worst driver's license.
Oh, it's the picture.
Yeah, the
worst
picture. Worst picture, and then paper airplane contest and stuff like that. And the winners got free Southwest gear and $25 vouchers.
Wow.
So I think
Like
that's way better than what AA
Southwest
did.
sponsored. Yeah. AA hashtag not spawn. Although if you want to sponsor it, go for it. Just
Yeah.
contact us at. We need to set up a contact email.
All right. Let's move on to another one. Let's see here. There's a lot of news.
Yeah.
What do you want to? What do you want to do? Business news?
You want to do local news?
Local news?
Do we have any local news?
Do we have anything that's happening in Illinois?
Ooh, Illinois.
I don't know. There's certainly not much happening in. There's a lot of
That's what we
corn.
are,
I
yeah.
could report that.
I ate
There's a
corn
lot of-
today. First time eating.
You ate corn here first time.
First time. I mean, the corn might have been in
Surprising.
other things. Like there's like corn syrup, corn bread,
Popcorn.
popcorn. But it was just raw corn Well,
It
it was
was canned
cooked. It was
corn. It was
canned corn.
cooked canned
Well, it
corn.
was the first uh, kind of real corn that was given to me, and it wasn't bad. It was sweet corn.
You liked it.
I liked it. I
All
liked
right,
it.
that's great.
I'm surprised there wasn't more, you know,
Like other
creative
types
ways.
of corn.
Yeah, like yeah, sure, other types of corn.
Yeah, they should have put it in pizza. Put it on pasta. Put it on whatever.
Put it everywhere. Mix it in,
All right,
mix it
I
in.
got news that I saw yesterday, but I guess I'll say it today.
Okay.
About Illinois. It was
Right.
the first U.S. death caused by vaping here in Illinois.
That is a very
That is terrible.
that
First
is
of all,
don't vape. Well, if you're vaping, I don't know.
if
I don't know
you're
how to follow
why
that.
why you just ended that statement? Just tell people
If you're
try
try
to
not yeah.
try to seek help. Seek help.
Well,
Not try to seek help. Seek help.
just
Somebody's got to help
there
you.
are no long-term research for vaping.
But clearly somebody died.
Yeah.
And it's
I think
and they said the doctor said
was
at
it
least for
from
now it
like
was
was it
some
confirmed?
yeah, they were saying it's a strange lung disease that they haven't seen.
Oh.
Yeah. And a few
They didn't like
and
choke on the vapor or
yeah,
something.
there's a few others. Well, mainly there's a lot of water vapor that's going to end up in your lung and that's
Mhm.
not good. It's going
Yeah.
to rot your lung.
Well, I don't think smoking anything is good for you.
Yeah, and then so that's why today, well, this news it says University of Illinois strengthens smoke-free campus policy.
Ha,
So yeah, they said they will start enforcing a new smoke-free policy today,
that's pretty
and
cool.
they already banned smoke-producing tobacco products, but it's gonna be a lot more tough if you're caught. First one's a warning, but second one's 25, third one's 50, and there's probably other bad stuff that's gonna happen to you.
Money?
Well, that was the money, 25
25,
and
50
50, and then you
dollars?
probably might have to go to jail. Yeah, dollars. But
Hang on, that's not a heavy fine, is it?
what
25, $50?
what they're trying to get people to stop. They're not
Yeah, if
trying to
you're
kill you.
well, no, if you're trying to get them to stop, you should have these, maybe 250, 500. I don't know.
But yeah, that's the new policy.
Yeah.
So you can't do it anywhere, indoors or outdoors, or private vehicles, anywhere. All right, that's great. That's great.
That's great. That's great.
For so that's Illinois news. Let's see if there's anything else.
We should have our news organized on something
Uh,
in the future.
we'll move on to tech news.
Tech news.
Yeah. The big one that I saw today was the iOS update.
Yeah.
Well, it's a full update for the whole Apple lineup. There's iOS update. There's a macOS update. I think there's a watchOS update, and I know there's a tvOS update. So apparently it's security and bug fixes. But if you didn't know, last week they actually accidentally, so this is what Apple did. They accidentally made their software 12.3, well no, 12.4, sorry. So 12.3 was the good one. The 12.4 they accidentally um, enabled jailbreakability. So all of a sudden,
Oh.
you go from 12.3, you can't jailbreak. 12.4, you can literally download a software from a site, like a profile, and it'll be able to jailbreak your phone directly. So people are speculating that this one blocked it. I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if Apple was too into that
yeah,
whole
they're
jailbreaking scene.
they're not into jailbreaking
Yeah.
because it ain't the best.
Yeah, it ain't the best.
And then you got macOS, tvOS. So go ahead, update your phone if you don't want to jailbreak.
Have you updated?
I will be tonight because I was out the whole day.
I know you own some Apple
But
products.
I will update
Just a couple.
my phone in a little bit because I'm not looking to jailbreak.
Yeah, I might.
But if you're looking to jailbreak, hold off on the update and enjoy your jailbreak ability for now. All right, other news in technology. Anything you want to talk about?
Well, staying on the subject of Apple and iOS,
Okay.
it's not really recent news, but uh, this one, the iOS 13 speculations. Well, not really speculation at this point. Uh,
Yeah, they released the
yeah,
full specs of what iOS
they've got
13
some
is.
stuff out there. Are you excited for that?
Oh, definitely. Well, there's a couple things I'm excited about. Number one is dark mode.
Dark mode. Dark mode
Everybody
is
loves
really
dark
cool.
mode. It's finally here. It's gonna be natively supported,
Yeah,
which is great.
love that
Um,
dark mode. Get on all the apps.
yeah, and what I love about dark mode, well, right now I'm using night mode, is that it's schedulable. So I just schedule it and it auto turns on, and that's what I'm gonna do with dark
Now, are
mode.
you the type of person that switches between modes? Or you obviously just
Yeah,
you just switch.
I did tell you, it's gonna switch
Well,
day and night.
I just like to leave it on one. I don't like
You
switching.
like dark
Yeah.
mode? Well, first of all, I'm not switching it. The computer's switching
No,
it.
yes, but
That's
like
why.
daytime light and the nighttime dark. I mean, I just find that like it's either all dark or all light.
No, I think it'll be pretty good.
Right. I don't know. I'll take a look at it. I'll see.
Yeah,
I'm more of a one kind of guy. You know.
but yeah.
They're also removing well, not removing, but they're moving towards a haptic touch and instead of a 3D touch
Yeah.
on newer iPhones.
Yeah, what they're doing there is they're adding a lot more support for haptic touch in terms of peeking and popping, and also a lot of the home screen items. It's gonna support 3D touch,
3D touch
well
was pretty
haptic
good.
touch. But as far as you're concerned, well, if you have a 3D touch phone,
Hmm.
it
It's not
it's
gonna be
gonna stay
removed.
that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But the future phones probably won't come with 3D touch, and what we're hearing, some rumors, some speculation, is that they're not getting rid of 3D touch fully. Like, well, it's not. It's gonna be gone, but they're trying to implement a better haptic system
Right.
so that it's just gonna be better in all regards.
So
So
it's not the 3D is not gonna be.
it's not
It's
gonna
more of a
be
haptic.
it's not gonna be based on the screen. It's they're gonna have other sensor technology to be
Mm.
able to provide haptics.
How do you feel about that? Are you?
I think I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't remove 3D touch in the interim, but I am excited to see what they're gonna do with haptic system because as far as I'm concerned, the trackpad on the Mac is the best, and
That is really the best.
it has
I was full
it
the
has
first
a
couple of
great.
days of owning it.
Yeah, it's a great experience for the haptic system.
Mhm.
So if they bring over like a haptic keyboard,
Haptic
not
keyboard would
just
be nice.
vibrating when you press it, like it feels like you're clicking
I
something.
mean, they already have it on the trackpad. It's
Yeah,
just a
so yeah, what I'm
a bigger
saying is
scale.
like they're trying to make it so that it feels like you're typing instead of just vibrating every time you type, because it's not really
Mhm.
realistic. It's gonna feel like you're clicking.
That would actually be really nice.
So yeah,
It would solve a lot of issues with
that's what a lot of people are speculating
Apple's
about.
MacBook lineup. Yeah.
Yeah. And if they're able to do that, then they might, you might see the touch bar become the whole keyboard.
Oh
If
man.
they're able to do that and it feels realistic, then I think I'm fine with it. Like nobody complained about the trackpad buttons going away. Um, so we'll see.
I mean, the trackpad buttons didn't really go away. They just
Yeah, so I'm
they're
saying if
yeah.
they're able to make the keyboard feel realistic,
Yeah.
they can make the keyboard buttons all go
All
away
go
and
away
and,
to
and people
one slab.
one slab and people probably won't complain too much.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't complain. That's really nice. I don't have to worry about a butterfly jamming keyboard. That's my biggest fear when working on my laptop currently.
Your biggest fear
Yeah.
is your butterfly keyboard switch.
I mean, it's shocking, but I mean, like when I'm using it, I'm just worried about it.
Well, the good thing
And
is
then
we do have a repair shop
we do
right
have
here.
a repair shop here, but it's still worry.
Yeah.
Still worry.
But on that subject, they are switching away from butterfly keyboards. They're going back to their own new scissor style
Yeah.
keyboards. Hopefully, it works out fine. But it's gonna be like a new sort of material that's thinner and lighter.
Mhm.
That's what they want. But it's gonna be scissor style, so it shouldn't have all the drawbacks.
All the drawbacks, yeah.
All right, let's see if there's anything else in tech. There's
Anything
quite a
on the other companies?
other companies. There is the new Instagram app, messaging app.
New Instagram.
Yeah.
Didn't they already have a messaging app
Well, yeah, but it's
within
called
Instagram?
Threads,
Threads.
and apparently it's just kind of like Snapchat. So basically, you share your status, location, and photos with your friends. It's being tested internally at Facebook, so it's not out yet.
Mm.
But they're trying to basically absorb Snapchat in a way, and kind of sad.
Facebook buying all the things now.
Well, I mean, they're not buying. They're
Well, they're
just
trying to
offering
push
a.
them out of the
Yeah,
market.
they're trying to push them out of the market, which is bad. No
That's
Facebook.
hashtag not spawn.
Use Endevre Technologies.
Endeavor. Yeah, we don't have
It,
one yet,
it's
but
gonna
coming
be
soon.
better, and it's gonna be better for you and better for everyone.
Hmm.
That's right.
Hashtag is spawn.
Yeah, it is we are sponsored by Endevre. We are Endevre
We are
Talks.
them. We
Yeah.
are the sponsor of the show.
Yeah. All right. Another news I saw. Back to Apple.
Hmm.
I read this today. It was they were working on a technology. It's shelved now, which is kind of sad.
Hmm.
They were working on ability to text like a longer range than Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, but to be able to text people offline.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's like a walkie-talkie
How
where
does
you
that
can
work?
text people.
A lot of
So they're
radio.
using like radio. They're using the radio bands
Hmm.
of your phone to contact other phones.
How cool would that be? Just a whole cluster of
That would
iPhones
be
linked
very cool, especially
and
if
just
you
like
ever gone
relaying off each
camping.
other.
Have you ever gone camping?
I have gone camping.
Yeah, and there's no data. And you're pretty far from each other. If you're able to contact,
That would be cool.
yeah, you can send
I
messages
ran into
over
that issue
long.
last time I was on a cruise. I wanted to text some friends on the cruise, right? But when
They're all on the cruise, right?
they're on the same cruise,
Yeah, yeah.
and you know the Wi-Fi on the cruise is expensive.
It
You don't want to
is.
get that.
It's what, like $20 a minute?
Exactly. So, you know, Bluetooth was probably the best way of chat, but that's like very short range.
It's incredible. I think Bluetooth like 100 to 150 feet, and Wi-Fi is
Mhm.
slightly more than that, like 200 feet. So like it's range, but like when you're on a cruise ship, for example, it's
Yeah.
pretty big. It's not 200 feet, so
It's more, yeah.
you're not going to be able to contact your friends when they're too far away. So it would have been a great project.
Very very useful.
I hope they keep working on it. I hope they're wrong about the shelving of the project. But if they keep working on it, I
You
would
should take it up. I would take it up.
sure.
That seems like a great idea.
Yeah, but
Just get rid of the
I mean,
LTE towers. Connect
no,
all the
most of it
iPhones.
is because they were planning on using the Intel chips.
Mm.
Like they put because you know they work with Intel on the chip development, the modem chip development. So they were able to get like special parts of the chip to send out these radio waves, send and receive. So, but now they've struck a deal with Qualcomm, so it's a little bit uncertain about that future.
Let's hope they keep going on this project.
That's right. Yeah. Last one. Last one here. A lot of phones. So this is another phone news.
Right.
A lot of phones are being investigated. So Apple and Samsung phones and other phone
Really
companies.
focusing on Apple today.
Yeah, but Samsung too.
Samsung.
They're being investigated by the FCC for emitting too much radiation.
Too much radiation.
Yeah, so apparently I think the iPhone 7 and the Samsung S8 or something,
That's
like a
not good
few of
stuff.
those phones were S8, S9, and J3 from Samsung and iPhone 7 and 8 apparently radiated more than the FCC's limit. That's Chicago Tribune right here in Illinois.
Wow, right here in Illinois.
But
Illinois represent.
but first of all, there's different ways to test this, and it's just one source. So we're waiting for FCC to comment on what they
Someone has
found.
not commented on
They have
this.
not, and so we will update you on a future podcast, on
On
a
the next, well, yeah,
future
on the future podcast.
to future tech news of the day, today in tech. All right, we're gonna move on to our flagship
Flagship
topic,
topic of the day.
the topic of the day or topic of today.
Mm-hmm.
It is bullying,
Bullying.
which is bad. By the way, we'll preface this by saying do
Don't
not
bully.
bully people, and if you see people being bullied,
If you're getting bullied, seek help.
if you're getting bullied, seek help. If you
You are a
see
bully.
bullying, okay, if you are a bully, also seek help.
yes,
Seek help.
yes. If
For
you're a
s-
bully, seek help.
and then if you see bullying,
Seek help.
seek help. So
Just
basically,
seek help.
seek help in all
If
cases.
there's any bullying, just seek help. Just stop the bullying is bad. Is what we're trying to say. Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
be bullied.
And so seek. All right, but moving on, we're gonna talk about a few cases of
Of bullying.
yeah,
So I think what people don't understand about bullying
uh-huh.
is it's hard to seek help. Like, was that funny? What happened there? But it's not about like
It's not supposed to be funny.
I feel like the methods of dealing with bullying um is not really known too much. At
Well,
least
what do you
when
mean by
when,
that?
when I was growing up, all I got was seek help, right? And like, there's this always, like I always
Well-
thought, hey, maybe if I show the bully, you know,
I
who's
think
boss,
yeah,
right, and just give him a
punch back.
yeah.
That's not good.
That's not good, because what I later realized was, the bully is only bullying you because, they want something out of it, right?
Yeah.
And they don't know, like if they're bullying you, they're probably certain that they can
Beat
they
you.
can get away with it.
They
I
can
wouldn't-
beat you
yeah,
up
well,
and
I
get
mean, there's
away
different
with
types of bullying,
it. Mm-hmm.
right? But they're only a tiny bit certain, or they're not completely certain that they can get away with it. They can, that you're lesser than them in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the moment you react to it,
But you.
and like for instance, like the punch, like let's say it was a physical bully,
Mm-hmm.
right? And the bully was punching you and beating you every day.
Mm-hmm.
And one day you're like, hey, I'm just gonna show this bully and punch him back.
Mm-hmm.
And if if you're not capable of doing that, right, and you punch him, and then the bully goes oomph, and nothing happens, right? Then now the bully is 100% certain that he can beat you up.
Well, first of all, I don't think you should respond with
I don't think,
violence.
I don't think you should respond to that. I think you should, I don't know, the seek help.
I think the most I think you were getting onto a point earlier when you said
It's not being taught.
it's not being taught about seek help. I think most of it is you're told to seek help, but sometimes you're just scared.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Actually, most of the times you are scared.
With anything, actually, with any
Anything
Any
about
issue,
seek help, especially if you're
it's easy to say seek help,
right.
right? But a lot of
Mhm.
times, even if the help is there, even if somebody asks you, "Hey, are you okay?"
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to
You're not
respond.
willing to talk about
Yeah,
it.
I'm not okay. Like that's a hard thing to
It
say.
does take courage to say I need help and
Yeah.
I'm not doing very well. Please help
Yeah.
me. So yeah, that's one of the things is if
Have you gotten
you're
bullied? Have you gotten bullied growing up?
if you're working on
That was a dodge.
things, if you're if you need help, just work up courage. Well, first of all, I think the most important thing is to at least talk to one person, like your parents, if you're not afraid of them,
I mean, I
or
would
your
say
teacher or principal or whoever or your best friend.
yeah, that's true. Sometimes
Who-
talking to your peers
yeah,
is better.
anyone who's willing and able to listen to you, and you're willing to share with them. Because once you tell one person, that person, if they care about you, then they will go and help you on your behalf. So you don't need to be
Mhm.
that scared.
I mean, I think
So-
just the gesture of just saying, "Hey, I
Mhm.
need," like just admitting, "Hey, I need help,"
Mhm.
verbally to somebody else. I think that's a big,
Right.
kind of relief. Like I've,
Hmm.
the world, somebody knows about what's going on,
Yeah.
right? And
Um.
I would say the first thing is try to avoid contact, but a lot of bullying happens when you can't avoid the bully,
Hmm.
right? Like for instance, you know, the bully finds you that you go to the same school.
Oh yeah, that's one of the worst. Well,
Yeah.
that's why people talk about bullying in school, because
Hmm.
when you go to the same school, it's like you day by day you get scared of going to school, but then your parents are well, if you don't tell your parents, they're gonna want you to go to school because skipping school is bad.
Hmm.
You should stay in school, but then it becomes like a everyday thing that you're afraid to go to school, and when you're at school you're not learning, and that's not the point. You should be learning in school, and then it becomes like a cycle of fear,
Hmm.
and going to school is not helping.
That's true. Yeah.
So yeah, that's one of the places where if it's happening at school, you gotta find like somewhere. Well, first of all, bullying repeats, and if
Hmm.
it is repeating, then you gotta find someone to help you with it.
Yeah. That's one of the worst things.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you're gonna answer.
All right, the second part of another place where you can't hide is online, because
That's true.
a
So
lot of
online bullying, I feel like, is different. I don't
but
know.
yeah, well,
I feel
first of
like,
all, online bullies are more coward
well,
than
no.
physical bullies. Well, what do you mean no, no? Because
I don't. Well,
they
okay,
could
no,
hide
yeah, no. The
behind.
coward part, not no, no to the coward part.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I think online bullying is a different situation than
But it's
physical
bullying
bullying. It
anyways.
is bullying. It's bad, but then again, like the difference between like physical, like for instance, if someone's beating you up at school, you have no choice to go to school. You have to go to school, right?
Mhm.
At least you got to go to school,
Yeah.
and when the bully's there, it's very frustrating.
Mhm.
But online bullying usually happens. Like for instance, Facebook hashtag not spawn, right? Like for instance, if a bully's the most common places online bullying happens is social media,
Mhm.
and I feel like there are tools online in which you can just like for if someone's bullying you, just block them.
But you
Like
know
I
like
don't know,
it.
I feel like a bully would only bully somebody if
Uh
they
huh.
can get some out of it,
Yeah.
right?
So
Like
on
if you react, if for instance a bully was like was said like posted a mean comment and then you're like, yo, that's like you, and then you react visibly that you don't like it. I feel like that's what the bully is getting out of it, right?
yeah, but I think it's more than that. Cause especially in social media,
Mm-hmm.
it's more of a thing to get likes, and it's not just getting gratitude out of the person responding, or the person being bullied responding. It's really just getting the likes and getting retweets or getting whatever more comments.
Yeah, I guess when something happens, when it's like spiraling, right? Like the
Yeah,
bully posts some, and
yeah.
then they
So
see other people posting what the
yeah,
bully's posting, and then
exactly.
you can't block everybody.
Yeah, you can't block anything, and I doubt anyone is willing to not go on the internet forever.
Well, I don't think it's, I don't know. I don't think it's like it's too bad. Like yes, it's not gonna be everywhere on the internet if you think about it. It's just social media,
Right.
right? And I feel like if you're gonna be on social media, then you have to accept the fact that there's gonna be people out there,
Right,
and
but at the same time, I don't think you should
no, I
disregard
yeah, it's
cyberbullying and
it's
say
a, it's
it's
a
not
terrible
too
thing.
bad.
Cyberbullying is a terrible thing,
Well, but
but I feel like there are more tools in cyber like to combat cyberbullying than regular physical bullying.
well, I don't know. Just besides blocking, what other tools do you have? Like, there's
Well,
just nothing.
a lot of this like social media and stuff, it's by choice, right? Like again, going back to you have to go to school, and then you don't want to go to school anymore,
Uh huh.
but then your parents force you to go to school,
Yeah.
right? So it's that thing like, oh, you make the choice that you don't want to go to school,
Mhm.
but your parents are forcing you to go to
Yeah.
school, right? Just like social media, if somebody's bullying you, wouldn't you also think, hey, I don't want to be on this site?
Yeah, but a lot of
Nobody's forcing you to be on unless
well, I don't think I think it's like people are gonna ask you where you've been. Well, first of all, you can't contact anyone else,
yeah.
right? Like you're literally not going to a site because I
Yeah,
think
no,
your
no,
whole thing about
that's true.
it's not as bad like
I'm not saying it's not as bad. I'm just saying it's there are more tools to deal with it, right? I feel like we're here to educate. What do you think? What do you think somebody should do if they're getting bullied online?
what do I think they should do?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, you need to talk to someone
Yeah, of
else.
course. Let someone know that you're
Well,
getting bullied.
you should. The good thing about online is you can document it pretty well, and it usually has like an electronic trail where and the good thing is it is actually well I'm pretty sure bullying is illegal, but cyberbullying is definitely illegal, and people can get fined and go to prison
Yeah.
for that. But that's not to say it's not as bad as regular bullying,
No, it's definitely not as. It's
cause,
definitely as bad.
cause, cause, especially now where internet is so big, like I think giving up going
It's a
to
different type of bullying.
right, but I think giving up going to internet,
That's gonna be hard. It's not
it's
something everybody's
terrible,
willing to do.
and I don't think anyone's gonna do that. And then again, it's kind of like school. Like at the end of the day, you could not go to school. You could
Yeah.
do that. It's the same thing as you could not use social media, but you're not gonna do that.
So what do you think that someone getting bullied? Because someone listening to this might be in this situation, and
Mhm.
we want to help them.
Mhm.
Wait, what do you think?
Well, a few tips. Well, for any form of bullying, you gotta talk to someone who you're willing to open up to. It doesn't have to be some like a police officer, like
Oh,
cause
yeah.
like you're not
I
willing
think
to
that's
share.
the hardest.
You're not willing to share that, but talk to your parents cause they'll always help you. Talk to your teachers, especially those that like really care about you. You can talk to them or talk to your friends. Cause I know when you talk to your friend, they well, they're a bad friend if they ignore you. But most of them won't. They'll at least bring it to the attention of a teacher. And then if you're too scared about it, I'm sure your friend will support you through anything, any conversations, any problems with that, and basically you kind of need to get a team of support in the end. You kind of need a team of people who are
Support
willing
is definitely.
to stand behind you to help you with the situation, and it always starts with just that one person who you're willing to open up with.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Bullying is gonna end.
yeah,
Eventually, they're gonna be over.
yeah.
Things are gonna move on. Everything's gonna be
People are
fine.
gonna go to jail. But yeah, if you so just don't like find someone. Don't be too sad.
Don't be too sad.
Just
It's easier said than done.
yeah,
Don't be
get
too
get your
sad.
courage up for one day. Just that one day. Talk to one person, and they will help you. Hopefully.
Yeah. 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 It's not time yet. Okay.
All right, we're gonna have another topic, a dual
Okay.
topic,
This is the bonus top.
bonus topic.
Bonus topic. Yeah.
It's gonna be bad drivers
Bad drivers.
on the road. I
Okay.
think we can both relate to.
Thought we were gonna save that up for next week, but sure.
No, we're doing it today.
Bonus topic it is.
Bonus topic
All
for
right.
the next like 30 minutes.
So are you a bad driver?
No, I'm a perfect driver. When we're
Very
talking about what type of driver
What
on the
constitute?
road.
Let's start with what
Annoying.
constitute as a bad driver.
Well, I mean, it's not like just bad skill. It's they do stuff that annoy
The
you.
attitude
The
they have
attitude.
to driving.
They make you annoyed. So I can think of well, my first for example of bad drivers, people who don't use blinkers to signal.
Yeah.
There's a few instances where this gets really annoying. Number one is when they're switching lanes.
Yeah,
Like
those
you're
are-
just driving along and someone cuts you off. You're not expecting it
That's a
because
safety issue at that.
it is a safety issue. Exactly. That's why you have
all of these
blinkers.
should, all of the bad driving.
All of the bad driving is like you might have died.
You might have died.
That's why you get annoyed.
Yeah.
So yeah, like people, like I'm driving along and then somebody just cuts right in front of you and you're not expecting it, especially when you're like moving at a pace and then somebody slower they're faster and then they get in and then like slow down or whatever. It like messes up your whole
Yeah,
rhythm.
that is crazy.
And if you don't use blinkers and you don't signal, like at least
Also, blinker does not give you the right to cut in.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like, but
there's
so
some people that they blink and they don't
no,
care.
they cut in and then
Well, even if they just blink and cut in, like
yeah, that's not good. You
you
have
have
to
to
check.
wait until somebody lets you in.
Yeah, you gotta have enough space. But
Signal.
yeah, but the second part of how blinkers are annoying is when you're let's say you're at an intersection, stop sign, not a stop sign. I don't know how to say this, but like you're okay. It's through traffic, so you have the stop sign, so you're stopped there, and you see a car coming down the road, right? So you have to
Right.
wait for them. You want to go straight,
Oh, and then they blink at the
and
very
then
last moment to
no,
turn.
they don't blink at all, and
Oh,
then they turn,
Yeah.
and then you're
Oh.
like, I'm waiting for you this whole time. You didn't blink at all, and then you go away, and I didn't even have to wait for you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Like really, at least show, cause that wastes time. That wastes my time, and wastes everybody else on the car's time. And it's
people behind you.
yeah, people behind exactly, and it could really hold up the thing where people just it's just really annoying.
It is annoying.
All right, your turn to find another type of annoying driver.
Another type, I would say,
Mhm.
uh, people who just they don't yield during to stop signs. Like what I'm talking about. Like you're at a stop sign, and
Uh-huh.
then there's people that stop at the same time.
Yeah, and then they just take off.
No, well, okay. There's two types of people.
All right.
Right. So, you know the stop sign dance, where you arrive at
Yeah,
the
you
time,
go right.
and then no. And then what happens is
Uh-huh.
uh, they start going, and you go at the same time, and you guys
And you
both
both
break,
stop,
and then the other guy's like, "Oh, go," and then you go like, "Oh no, you go." Like you
Mhm.
wait for them to go, and then you guys do the whole thing again,
Mhm.
and it just keeps dragging on. I feel like that's
that's like the same thing of like when two people walk towards each other and they
yeah,
bump into each other and
doing
they're
that
trying to
left, right,
move
left, right.
left right, yeah, same thing. But that's annoying.
Yeah.
But like
Every time I see a car that's going to a stop sign that looks like it's gonna be at the same time as me, I generally just let it go first.
yeah,
I
like
slow down
like
to make
literally
sure it gets to the stop sign
either
first.
you slow down and slowly roll up to the stop sign, or if you're like
Or if they signal you
yeah,
signal for you to go. I
if
just take
they
it.
signal,
I don't want
you should go.
Don't be the oh no you go.
Don't be too nice, because at the end of the day, if they wait for you, you should go, because you're wasting their time by not going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole like 3 seconds wasted.
Yeah, and another type of stop sign driver that I hate happened once is the people who just ignore stop signs.
Oh, that's
So I was at a stop
beyond
sign.
just bad driving. That's just
So I
people
stopped.
just
and then
disobey the law.
I right turned, and then there's this truck that from nowhere just rolled in, and then he honked at me for apparently
If you
not.
didn't see the stop sign, who knows?
But you don't honk
Yeah,
at me
that's
for
true.
that, and then what happened was it's like one of those chain reaction honking. So he honked at no. He honked at me. He drove past, and I was trying to get back onto the lane, and then the next person honked at me, and then the next person honked at me. So apparently, I faulted 3 people for the stop sign. So I was kind of annoyed, so we passed, and then he honked at me. So I pulled to the side, and then 2 more cars passed me, and they were honking at me.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you see a stop sign,
Stop.
stop.
And
And
just
And if
take
you
it.
miss a stop sign, don't honk at
If
the
you
other
miss a
person.
stop sign, that's just don't miss a stop sign. Yeah. I mean, sometimes
You do.
some are bad placements.
Yeah.
I had one near my old house. There was a hill,
Mhm.
and at the top of the hill, there was a tree,
Mhm.
and it had overgrown downwards.
Right,
And the
and it
stop sign
covered the
was not
stop
on the
sign.
top of the hill. It was so the hill there was like an upward hump,
Uh huh.
and then it dips down a bit, and then the stop sign is there. So you don't see the stop sign until you round up the hill, and then the tree's also blocking. So what happens is you get up there, and then you're going normal, and then you suddenly all of a sudden you see a stop sign. I feel like if you've never been there,
You
yeah.
know, I've gotten like, especially like schools when you're exiting. I know a person who is exiting a school. There's a stop sign there, and then there's a tree that's overgrown again, and it covered the stop sign. You literally can barely see it.
Ha.
And there's no stop written on the ground, by the way. Like, if there's stop written on the ground, then I can understand. But there's no stop written on the ground. You can barely see the sign. And then got a traffic ticket
Oh wow.
for blowing a stop sign. It's
I'm
kind of
pretty sure you can take that.
yeah, it was kind of technical, kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But like that's a topic for another day. Annoying signs,
Annoying signs. Oh
annoying
yeah.
signs while driving. But yeah, back to annoying
Oh,
drivers.
I have one.
You have another one? All right,
I
go
was
ahead.
here on the interstate,
Uh huh.
and there's a ramp up to it,
Yeah,
and usually that's a merge onto
that's
the
right.
rightmost lane,
That's
or
right.
whichever lane that
Yeah,
you're.
yeah,
Um, there are some people that don't get up to speed on that ramp,
yeah. Mhm.
and you're going at the speed limit. Let's say you're going at 70.
65.
Or six. I mean, it's different.
It's different, but let's okay, sure, go at 70.
Let's say you're going at 70. It's a nice
Okay.
full number. You're going at 70. Somebody comes along going at 35 and merges in.
Yeah.
No, and then there's like the side lane, the lane right next to you.
Mhm.
There's traffic,
Yeah.
so you have to like slam on the brakes.
Yeah,
Not
I
only
had.
is it a danger to the car that's slow,
Mhm.
but it's a danger to the car behind you
That's right.
because they don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah, and I had that once happen to me too.
oh wow,
Yeah.
I see it all the time.
You see it all the time?
All the time. That's
Yeah.
why I hate being on the rightmost lane. Even though slow traffic should be. I mean, I'm normally. I don't want to say anything, but you know, I'm in the middle. Put it that way.
Okay.
I'm
Sure,
normally
that's
general,
fair.
like the middle
That's
lane.
fair. But then you gotta exit sometimes, or you're just like getting ready to exit.
Yeah.
Especially when you like you said, it's full lanes everywhere.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to switch out at the last moment, so you're getting ready to exit, and
And
somebody,
someone just pulls on going 35 in a
yeah.
70.
So yeah, that's very annoying. But
So
get up to speed before you
on
merge.
yeah, before you merge.
Yeah, well, that's more of like a right of way issue. Like if you're not ready to merge, don't merge
That's
and
true.
stop the traffic. Because usually, if you're going fast, you should, if it's a merge and the other person's really slow, you should, and you're together, the fast car should pass. But if it's, well, that's just reminded me of another thing. So I hate driving with people next to me when you're going fast.
Why is that?
No, like directly next to me.
Why is that?
Cause it's like stop following me.
Wait, but if
No, like not traffic. Like
no, I
when you're
understand what it's
just
like on the
all
interstate.
the lanes are open, everything is clear, and then there's this one car who wants to be,
Perfectly matching your speed.
yeah, perfectly matching your speed in your blind spot, well, near your blind spot, and then they're just staying there, and then I would be like, I don't want to
If
be
you're in your blind spot, I can see
like
that. Like,
I
just don't get.
yeah.
If you can be out of someone's
Yeah.
blind spot,
So
don't be
then
in
so
their
then
blind
I was
spot.
like,
That's dangerous.
okay, you can be there. I want to go fast. So I start accelerating, and then they follow me in acceleration, and that's
Stay in the blind spot. Or do
well,
they pass
I
you?
mean, no, they just yeah, pretty much stay in the blind spot.
They just stay
They're
there.
just staying there. Like they're just like it's just annoying. Like stop following me.
Stop
Stop
following.
using me as shade. But yeah, just stop following me. And especially when I'm trying to pass someone, there are people who, like, once you're starting passing them, they're just gonna accelerate and not let you pass them.
Oh, those kind of people.
Those kind of people are annoying too.
Yeah.
Cause, cause you're going slow. I'm being respectful by passing you instead of
Mhm.
honking you, and then you're not being respectful by blocking my pass, which is very annoying.
Yeah.
All right. Do you got another?
I'm thinking.
You thinking? What
Oh,
about?
I
Uh
know.
huh.
I know. Red light runners. Not like blatant, like not like it's just solid red and they just run it,
Yeah.
but like yellow light. I'm gonna make that light.
Like the ones that we just saw here today, and
Yeah,
well, not today. Well, this week in
yeah,
Illinois.
yeah, here around local actually.
Yeah.
Even though there are cameras, like there's camera right in the plane view,
That's right.
and they're like, you know what? I'm
I
okay about it.
like I got too I got
I
it's
got
not,
too much money.
apparently they got too much money or too little time.
Yeah, just to make that turn. Like, I don't know.
So basically, what he's describing is there's a left turn light. It's an unprotected left turn. There's one person lined up at a time, and then once that light turns to yellow, and then it's basically yellow, and the other side stopped. The person in the intersection obviously gets to turn, and then like one or two cars who
They
weren't
just,
in the
even though it's
intersection,
red, they
even
just
though
keep
it's gonna
going.
turn red and they're behind the
Well,
intersection.
no, I mean, if it's yellow, I feel like that's. You
Like,
shouldn't go.
right, if it's yellow and then you're completely stopped, you should
But I
keep
should. Yeah.
stopped. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I can see why.
Like, if they just made it in time
yeah,
and it's yellow, I
yeah.
feel like that's
But
like
they were
maybe.
they were stopped because again,
Yeah,
it's an
if they were
unprotected left
stopped,
turn.
yeah, if they were stopped because of unprotected left turn, I feel like and it's yellow, you
Yeah,
just stop.
so that's why
It's safer.
it's safer and it's better. And in any case, if it's safe to stop for a yellow light, don't try to run it.
Don't try to run.
Don't try
But
to like
don't run
accelerate.
and then like
Well,
slam.
I said
If
if
you
it's
have
safe to
slam on the
stop. I said
brakes.
if it's safe to stop, then stop.
Those are also the worst type of people.
What? People who slam on
Slam on
brakes?
the brake, not just at yellow. Well, I mean, yellow lights I think is the most common,
Yeah.
right? Like I was on this expressway
Mhm.
a couple weeks back.
Mhm.
I use that a lot, and I know because I've been on there a lot. The yellow light, it's a what is it? Like a 3-4 second light.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So there's plenty of time
Mhm.
to pass,
Mhm.
right? And it's an expressway, so the speed limit there is like 40,
Yeah.
45.
That's right.
And you see these people, it turns yellow, and they're like probably 100 feet away.
Mhm.
Definitely not enough time, I would say, to properly make a stop,
Uh huh.
right? And there's a lot of cars, and they just slam. And then you're behind them, and you're like, oh yeah, I can totally make this light. Like you know you can make it. It's not safe to stop, right? You know you got like 4 seconds, 4 to 5 seconds to go, because it's a longer yellow. It's made for that. Um, and then and then now you start because you think the car in front's gonna
Uh huh.
like the even worse type of people like they accelerate like I'm gonna make it,
And then they
at the last
decided
second they're
not.
like nah I'm not gonna make
Cancel
it.
it. Cancel.
And then yeah, because like you in the back you're like okay that guy's going for it, right?
Yeah.
So obviously you can probably make it too, so you accelerate too,
I
and
mean,
then they cancel it.
well, first of all, if the other person has to accelerate to get through, then you
Well,
should
no,
probably not
it's
get through.
it's a longer light.
Yeah, I get that, but like if somebody is accelerating, you should
But
to
they're,
get
no, no,
through.
they're just going.
All right.
They're continuing to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either they weren't paying
Last
attention.
second cancels are terrible.
Yeah, last second can't. Like it's yellow and they're still going,
Mhm.
right? And then you're like, okay, he's gonna go, or they're gonna go, and then now you have to
Be pretty
slam on the brakes and the people. Keeps going.
Yeah. Well, this is like unsafe driving, but you get annoyed. This next example, it's Tesla drivers sleeping
I don't know if that's
or relaxing. I think that's very annoying.
It isn't. It's a flaunt in a way.
Yes, and also it's
Flex.
unsafe. Well, personally,
It
I
is
think
very
it's unsafe.
okay.
Well, first of all, I'm not saying Tesla is bad and
Hashtag
not sponsored,
spawn.
but I think Tesla self-driving is actually not that bad. But like, if you're gonna, first of all, it's not even allowed. You're not supposed to be sleeping.
Oh no, hey, you shouldn't be.
That's ridiculous.
I saw it on the
Have
news
you
the other
seen?
day.
Okay, on the new. Oh, okay, okay.
No, but I've
Okay.
seen Tesla
But
people.
don't they have the touch the wheel every couple of seconds or whatever?
Yeah, but apparently it was going. It was going at 70.
How?
I don't know. Maybe he had like the older models you could stick an orange and that
Really?
fools the touch. Yeah, because all they want is to squeeze. So if you squeeze it between the hand pulling parts,
Yeah.
it makes it think you're squeezing.
That is bad design.
No, they fixed
Good thing they
they
fixed it.
fixed it now, but like people are still sleeping. Well, first of all, it's unsafe. Second of all, it's a flex. Don't flex.
Flex your like.
Like, oh, I don't have to pay attention to the road at all.
Don't flex your life in danger. You know, like
I
you're
mean, if
flexing.
you're gonna die, you
Die
might
in
as well die in
style.
style.
I see. I see.
Die being famous on the news.
I agree. Hey, I'm kidding. Don't do that.
Yeah, but
Just
that's
for
a very annoying
disclaimer.
thing. Don't.
If you own a Tesla
Model.
Mhm,
with self-driving, do not use it as a
mhm.
Hotel.
Yeah, until Elon Musk says it's ready. Nah,
yeah until it's ready.
until it's really ready, don't do it. Because I know for sure right now it says you can't go to sleep. You can't. You have to pay attention and you have to actually hold the wheel.
Now you've been in a Tesla,
Y-
and have you used the self-driving?
No, I have
No.
not used the self-driving yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not like well, first of all, even if I do use it, like even though I know how good it is right now, it's
Mhm.
still not good enough so that I'm willing to sleep. So for those of you who are okay with sleeping, I think there's something else wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Another type of annoying driver are people who are distracted driving.
Ooh, the phone ones.
The
The
phone
phone.
or like sandwich, they're like
Sandwich. The makeup.
sandwich, they're eating a sandwich with two hands. Or
Deep
makeup,
fried.
yeah,
Yeah,
putting up
makeup.
makeup, and then like
I see that a
you got
lot.
your sun blocker down, and
At school, you got.
you just like makeup
Yeah.
and Pokemon Go
Oh my
used to
God.
be an issue. Yeah, when you're distracted driving, there's a lot of times that it's like there's a guy who's distracted and his car was like zigzagging a little bit like in the lane. It was
Yeah.
just like bouncing left to right, and clearly he was not in full control.
Right.
It's so annoying because like just don't use your phone when you're driving.
I think it moved from annoying to just dangerous. Just flat out like
But it is
like the
annoying.
not using a blinker when turning.
It's kind of dangerous.
It's dangerous, like no, like on the right. There's nobody there.
Yeah.
On the right turn,
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the T intersection.
yeah.
That's like
Annoying.
annoying.
Yes.
And then to the zigzagging, distracted driving.
And
Putting on
sleeping on a
makeup.
Tesla.
Sleeping in a Tesla.
I mean, dangerous. A
Did
lot
you
of
sleep in a non-self-driving equipped vehicle?
if a person who I trust is driving, yeah, I would sleep. I've slept in vehicles before.
I've slept in here.
Yeah.
When I was coming up from the beach, I was driving and sleeping. No, I wasn't. But yeah. There was something I was gonna say. Oh,
Oh.
back to the makeup thing.
Okay,
Sorry.
go
I
ahead.
was just my thought.
Go ahead.
Back in my old school, there was a lot of people that did that.
Really?
Yeah. These
Like,
phone slash makeup. Like
do they not have enough time for
so
makeup?
for my the way our thing worked
Uh-huh.
was there was a street, a big semi big street,
Right.
and that led into a smaller street that eventually led to the school. Now this is like a one lane street,
Right.
and there's three schools that share the same road.
Yeah.
So there's like bikes, pedestrians, parked cars, and just vehicles
Uh-huh.
on that one lane road
Yeah.
going into school,
Mhm.
and it's always jammed. It is always jammed, and you just sit there because you get there, and then it's literally, it's like, I would say it's a very short road, probably like, like 300 yards. Or no,
Uh-huh.
not 300 yards. It's probably like half a mile,
Okay.
half a mile of road,
Got it.
and you have to wait there for like 10-15 minutes just to get through that whole mess because we're dropping off and stuff.
Right.
Right, to get to the parking
It's
lot.
like a go and stop and go and stop thing, right?
It's just a stop.
It's just
And like the thing is, no, so it's like it converges. So there's a road and then there's a T junction with the stop sign.
okay.
But the stop sign is only for that road leading into the T junction
Right.
from the dead end.
Okay.
So there's always traffic going on there, and like one car every like
Uh-huh.
15 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's crowded,
Right.
and I always see people just playing on their phones while they're
While
waiting.
driving.
Well, I mean technically they're stopped,
Right.
still,
no,
like-
but
the worst part is they're doing their thing. The car in front.
yeah,
moves,
and then you don't
and then
respond.
nothing, and then like you're sitting there like, do you honk them? I mean, normally I just honk them.
Yeah,
Like,
but
really
there's a
hard.
lot of like yeah, those
But
type.
then I don't feel it's fair because there's also bikers and pedestrians right next.
Right.
They share that road,
Yeah.
and I don't want to scare them.
Yeah.
Right, because I don't think it's fair to them to have to experience.
I mean, I think in general the people who are stopped and then they don't move after the people in front move. That's annoying.
That's annoying. Once I missed a red a
Uh-huh.
light, a green light because of that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
was- like, he-
Especially in left
He made
turns.
it through. Left turn. He made it
Yeah.
through, and I didn't make
Yeah.
it. That was because I honked.
Those
him
are
to
annoying,
let him
yeah.
know, like, come on, go. Like I waited 3,
Uh-huh.
4, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Nothing. Honked. He's like, oh, he made it through, and I was like, come on.
Yeah, my personal policy is if you don't respond in 5 seconds to any movement, I will honk you. Like I don't like
Do
using
you blare honk? Like, do you go ham, or is it like a short
like
tap?
I don't like honking people because well I wish they have more variation in expression.
Yeah, I feel it's rude.
Yeah,
Like
but
it's so
but
one dimensional.
yeah, but if you're gonna stop there for 5 seconds, I don't know anyone with 5 second reaction time. If you have a 5 second reaction time, you probably shouldn't be driving.
That's true.
But yeah, if you're there, and especially if you're, I saw a person, I know they were using a phone, like it was confirmed, and they didn't move for like 4 seconds. So, if you're using a phone at a stoplight, apparently it's illegal in some states.
Legal?
Illegal,
Illegal.
illegal.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
get
yeah.
a traffic ticket. But if you're gonna use a phone, at least have the courtesy to look up at the green light and respond.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last type of, I think we can have one more. Last type of annoying driver.
We can go a bit over.
Yeah, last part of annoying driver slash. It's kind of like related. Is it goes both ways. So drivers who don't stop for pedestrians and pedestrians who don't stop for drivers. So when you're a driver, when you're a pedestrian, and like you've checked both ways, and then you're just walking, like there's a few close calls that I've had before.
Don't jump out in front of cars.
No,
I think
yeah,
as a
don't-
pedestrian, don't jump out of cars.
You did that.
I did that? Okay.
You
well,
just jumped on the road like you owned it.
No, I did not. Well, the car was a fair distance away.
That was
and
still kind of
I
mean.
was sure. Well, I feel like
Like
if they're like 200
there's
feet
a
away,
reasonable distance, but I
there's
think
time.
you personally
time.
that the one time.
Okay, what I really hate
Uh-huh.
is for, like, okay, for instance, if I'm the driver, right,
Uh-huh.
and then I come to the crosswalk, and then I see a guy just standing,
Uh-huh.
like going to cross, and they just stand there and look at me
Then you
until
shouldn't
I
move.
completely stop, and then they go.
No, then you just
Right? No. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Right? Like you're like, okay, just go. So by the time I get there, like I'm slowing down,
yeah.
and by the time I get there, you're ready to cross, so I don't waste too much
Yeah.
time. But then if they just stand there and then I have to make a full stop
Uh-huh.
and then sometimes even wave them by, then it's like, why?
Yeah.
Just go. Like if like I'm pretty sure you can tell if a car's not gonna stop
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Then just don't. I think that's common sense
Yeah.
at that point. Don't go. But if the car is a reasonable distance away and then you see them, they see you, I think you just go.
Yeah, but
Make sure they see you first. Make sure they're not looking down
Right.
at their phone.
yeah.
If they make eye
That's
contact
dangerous.
with you, then I feel like that's completely fine to go
Mhm.
at that point. Don't wait for it to stop.
And like And like I think BMW came up with a concept. I don't know if it's real. Yeah,
BMW.
but they had like these front lights where you could switch it to a crosswalk light. Like it projects
Oh
downwards
yeah, I think I've
and
seen this one.
yeah.
For their self-driving
Yeah, it
cars.
looks pretty awesome of a concept. Like
That
I
is pretty
wish you
cool.
could do that so you could tell the pedestrian like I'm letting you go.
I mean, you can just wave them, but
No, I meant like when you're stopping, when you're a fair bit distance away.
can they see that on the? I don't think they can see that.
I don't know.
I feel like they have to be right because I've seen the concept video and
Uh-huh.
it's
Well,
right in
BMW, here's
front
an
of the
idea
car.
for you. You should make like a sign that pops up. Please walk.
They no. Here's a better idea. You know the grill.
Uh-huh.
They should make the grill
An LCD
LEDs.
LED panel, and
Yeah,
then
and
like
then you
display
know how like
messages.
road signs have
Uh-huh.
like not road signs but con- construction signs
Uh-huh.
have like
Right.
the
Yeah,
the arrows,
yeah.
right? The array of dots with the arrows. I feel like you can do that. Just have
I mean, I've seen,
flash a pedestrian symbol and have some arrows.
yeah, I've seen buses on the back. They have, when they're physically stopping, they have, I'm stopping. So maybe you have that
Yeah.
in the front, like
Yeah.
I'm
A
stopping.
fair bit distance away.
Yeah.
So then,
So people
I
can.
see you,
Mhm.
kind of thing. So you're confirmed. You don't have to wait for the car to completely stop.
That's right.
I feel like that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
That's genius.
All right. Well, that's an idea for whoever wants to take a Tesla.
Yeah.
Come, come get it from us. Just kidding.
We need royalties. Where's our sponsor section? Do we not have one?
We'll spend the last like minute sponsored. Sure.
We should have it in the set. So this is our first podcast.
Yeah. We're just
Um,
getting used to it. Oh, if you have any suggestions
We will be setting
for
up
anything like
a
topics,
inbox.
sure. Yeah. We'll have an inbox. You can also comment on YouTube or comment wherever. I don't know if you can do it on Spotify.
I don't think
Yeah, but just let us know, um, like what topics you want us to discuss for the topic of the day. Um, what type of like what other stuff?
engage. Let us
Yeah,
know your
what other
experience
type
for
of-
this topic of
Yeah.
the day.
Let
Yeah.
us know what type of drivers are annoying, and other instances of bullying and how you solved it or how you helped a friend beat a bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important. But most of all, if you have any feedback, any comments, let us know. We're gonna work on it because this is our first time,
Work on it. Yeah,
but
we
we
are.
will work on it.
Hopefully we'll have a sponsor part in the middle
Yeah.
next time.
Next time we'll have a sponsor, a real sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for listening.
Mhm. We'll this is Endevre Talks episode 1.
Yep. First one with 2 topics.
2 topics. You guys get a bonus topic on the first podcast.
That's right. It's gonna be pretty rare in the future, but yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. Hope you enjoyed.
Oh yeah. Did you say watching
No, I
the
said
first
listening.
one? The first
No,
one.
I said listening.
You said listening? Okay.
Yep. But
Thank you guys so much for listening. And we will catch you
and next on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's right. Wednesday.
Wednesday. Sure.
Today. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Well, I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to do it? Let us know. I mean I'm fine with the daily podcast.
We'll see. But let
We'll
us
see.
know in the podcast on the.
You guys
Let us know in the
might get
comments.
you guys might get a bonus podcast tomorrow.
Yes.
You know.
But yeah, we'll schedule it for every other day from now.
It's every other day is a fixed podcast. There may be bonus podcasts sprinkled in.
Cause we're still trying to get this figured out. But yeah,
Yeah, you
thank
never
you.
know.
Remember to, I think you can subscribe on Spotify. Subscribe on
And
YouTube.
follow. I think it's a
Follow on Spotify. Follow on Apple Music.
We need a song. We need an ending song.
Yeah. And we'll play the song now.